So, good evening, navigators. This is our new series, Navigate the Plate. And on this series, we're going to take you around the 4 restaurants that are included with your cruise fare, main dining. So, on Celebrity, Apex, and the Edge ships, they now break up the main dining into 4 dining rooms, including Cosmopolitan, Tuscan, Normandy, which where we're going to go tonight, and Cyprus. So tonight, like I said, we're going to head to Normandy. We're going to show you each of these restaurants has a menu that's the same, so you can get something similar in each restaurant. And then each restaurant has something unique. And we're going to be trying some of those unique dishes as well. Keep it right there as we navigate the plate around Celebrity Apex main dining.
So as Nate mentioned, tonight we're dining in Normandy Restaurant. It is a French-inspired cuisine, and looking forward to it. There's your classic favorite escargots. So I'm sure we're going to partake there. But if you're not as adventurous and French cuisine isn't up to your likings, there's things like salmon and chicken and other delicious dish options. The sommelier of Normandy Restaurant stopped on by to ask if we'd like to partake in a glass of wine or a drink. So we placed our orders, and that's one of the things that I really love about Celebrity Cruises. So if you are into wines or cocktails, there is something for everyone.
Anyways, just got our drinks, looking over the menu. Not quite sure what I'm gonna get. I think I am definitely gonna go with the escargot, as I love it, but that's not one of the specialties at Normandy. But I might also order the baked brie just so I can try that. And then I don't know, I'm kind of torn between the duck breast and the beef tenderloin. I have this delicious martini here that our sommelier brought over to us. And then he got to listen to a long story about Jerry Lewis and a bottle of Coke. But I'll share that for another day. Ooh, that's a good martini. Finishing up my martini, the sommelier came back and asked me what type of wine I wanted to have with dinner. But the nice thing about a sommelier is they're wine experts. So what you can do, instead of you trying to figure out what type of wine you should get with what food, I simply told the gentleman, hey, I'm having the duck tonight. What do you recommend? And he said, oh, I'd go with the lighter red. I said, fantastic. I go, just pick whatever you think is the best option to go with the duck. And again, great reason too, when you actually have the premium beverage package as well, it opens up a lot more flexibility there. So if you're really like a food and wine person, might want to get that premium beverage package, just so you'll have a full variety of different wines and other beverages to choose from. How are the escargot?
Oh, delicious. They're like exactly what you always want, like that garlicky butter. Goodness, we've got a little extra bread because I'm going to have to dip in these little crevices here and pick up some of the garlic butter. It's fantastic. Nate and I decided to go with a second appetizer course tonight, so I'm doing the shrimp cocktail. And as you saw, Nate is doing the brie, I think, with apple. So obviously a exclusive appetizer with Normandy.
Well, I have to say, the brie, first of all, I love brie. And this brie comes with like a little walnut, little apple, a little bit of, I'm guessing like a phyllo dough type of thing. It's like delicious, but it's just literally a nice melted or baked brie. Is absolutely delicious.
All right, first impressions, navigators. This looks amazing. I asked for medium. It's definitely cooked medium, perfectly done. It is the tenderloin and croûte, I believe is how you pronounce it. Basically a flaky puff pastry surrounding the slice of beef tenderloin, nice little gravy and some vegetables. Looks amazing.
And I have the duck, and it looks perfectly seared. It's got some nice sauces with it and some few vegetables, but looks really, really, really nice. So we're gonna dig in here and we'll tell you afterwards how it was.
My beef tenderloin is fantastic. I love that they have like a little medley of root vegetables, so like beets and carrots. Nothing is like overdone, not mushy. Like everything is very fresh. The gravy is light. Sometimes it can be very salty. I feel gravies, and I tend to like steer away from them, but it's fantastic.
And I got the duck, and I have to say the duck from a temperature standpoint is really good. Just wish the skin was a little bit crispier. And that's kind of a personal preference. So I think if you order the duck, you may just want to ask to have the skin just extra crispy, because I know many people like myself really enjoy that. But other than that, agree with Colleen, the sauces are great. They're not overwhelming. Again, just some nice root vegetables, that's the carrots, and I think some parsnips as well too. So overall, great meal. So we're gonna enjoy this, and then I think we're gonna do dessert tonight. Are we doing dessert tonight?
Of course, we're doing dessert.
All right, we're doing dessert tonight. So keep it right there.
So we're wrapping up our dinner in Normandy tonight with a little opera cake. Again, Nate copied me. We're both getting the same dessert, but it looks amazing, and it is a Normandy exclusive dessert. So
You do have good taste in desserts and in
and men. So thanks for tuning in, navigators. Stay tuned for our next restaurant. Good evening, navigators. Tonight, we're bringing you to Cyprus. As you can tell, tonight is chic night. So very excited to take you along. This is a Mediterranean restaurant and one of the 4 complimentary restaurants aboard Celebrity Apex. Drinks, they have Cyprus cocktails, which is old world, old fashioned, an Aegean Sea breeze, and just med, as in Mediterranean. So I ordered the old fashioned. We will see how that tastes. Followed by classic Caesar salad for a starter. And then per the recommendation of the waiter, I think I'm gonna try the lamb T-bone with a lobster tail, which is actually a separate entree. So we said that we can do a combination of the lobster tail with the lamb T-bone. So excited to see how this tastes.
I'm gonna start with the grilled octopus tonight. That's on the special menu. Also on the special menu to my entree, I'm gonna do the short ribs. So yeah, we're gonna see how that all comes out.
Navigators, here's a cheers to you. The old world, old fashioned. I'd highly recommend it in Cyprus restaurant. You can probably get something similar anywhere on the ship, but this is very good.
Octopus. It's not something I would normally order, but I'm ordering it for all of you because, first of all, one of the things about octopus is it shouldn't be chewy. Well, if it's chewy, that's no good. But my knife just went right through this, so I'm ready to try it.
Best octopus ever.
Yeah, it's really nice and soft, not chewy at all. It's definitely an acquired taste, so I would say maybe order something else, another appetizer if you've never had octopus. But you may or may not like it. But for me, someone that likes octopus, very good.
All right, so my initial take, and granted this could be just a really busy night, it is chic night and folks probably want to get dressed up and go into the dining rooms, but it really does feel more like a main dining room that you're used to on like Royal Caribbean, where it's just a little bit chaotic, folks are running around. We've really actually had to kind of beg the sommelier to come over, which has been very unlike all of our other main dining room experiences tonight or this week. So it's been an interesting experience. Food's fantastic. It just feels a little bit more rushed than normal.
So I have the short rib. Very nice. Colleen ordered a lobster tail. And what do you have there, Colleen?
It is a T-bone lamb.
Like a nice lamb. Bon appetit.
Bon appetit.
What do you think so far?
It's very good, I'll be honest. I wasn't sure. I'm not a huge lamb fan. Sometimes I feel like it's a little bit gamey. It's actually very good. And the chef had recommended medium rare, so it's nicely cooked. So I do have the side of the lobster tail if I want to pass a portion of this off to Nate.
And this is really good. It's very tender.
So what did you think of your overall meal?
I would probably give it a 6 out of 10 if I had to give it on a scale of 1 to 10 rating. I think the lobster, unfortunately, was overcooked. It was like chewy, and basically they ruined the main lobster tail, which is very sad. As a former New Englander, it was like sacrilegious to have it overcooked. I would say the lamb was good, felt like steak. The accoutrements that went along with it, some of the like roasted vegetables were very nice. Overall it was good.
Yeah, I would say the same for mine. I mean, as you can see, I really enjoyed it. But tonight was just odd. I just feel like everything was like really, really, really rushed.
How long were we in here for? I feel like 45 minutes, which is not how we typically dine. It just felt very chaotic. I don't know what's going on or if this is just normal of Cyprus.
Yeah, just kind of hunting down the sommelier. It was an interesting evening. Well, I guess we'll just wait around and see about getting some dessert.
Well, as you can see, we on the outside of Cyprus now, we skip dessert to pass. I don't know what was going on there tonight, but it was like chaotic. She didn't seem to like it needed to be chaotic. It wasn't like every table was full, like constantly having to hunt down the sommelier. It's just weird. It's just so again, that's why I mean there's four restaurants here, so you can try all four and find your favorite one. But you know, again, just I don't want to say it was bad, but it was an odd experience to see it. So anyways, we're now going to head on to our next restaurant, so keep it right there.
Good evening, Navigator. Tonight we're dining in Tuscan. They're very excited to have a little bit of Italian cuisine. The seating area that they gave Nate and I is perfect. We're kind of tucked away. Minimal wait. Technically, we have an 8 p.m. reservation, but we arrived around 7:30. They seated us within 30 seconds, I would say.
I would be ordering exclusively off the Tuscan exclusive site. I'm going to start off with the creamy Tuscan shrimp stew, and then I'm going to do the carbonara today.
So unlike Nate, I'm actually going to select off of the classic a little bit. Let's start with the classic Caesar salad. You can't go wrong with a Caesar salad. But for my main entree, I am going to select off of the exclusive Tuscan menu. Pardon my pronunciation, but the Pappardelle alla Venezia.
Close to that.
Close enough. I'm excited to try it, so wait to see.
All right. So, Colleen, what's the verdict? Will we get Caesar?
Delicious. It feels like homemade dressing. Tastes amazing. Very, very good. Fresh, crunchy. Can't go wrong.
I've got the shrimp stew, which is the exclusive to Tuscan here. Oh my God. It was so good. Like, I don't usually order stew or an appetizer, but something about this is just amazing. Like, I don't even know what to compare it to. It's just fantastic. So definitely you have to get the shrimp stew. All right, what do you think?
It looks amazing. So, it's kind of weird. I don't like olives for some reason. So I asked for no olives. I received no olive.
Have the carbonara, which is, pasta has a nice egg, and like the egg is usually poached. So we're saved. A little overcooked, but that's looking for it. It's absolutely amazing. So we're gonna enjoy our meals right now, and then I guess at some point they'll bring us a dessert menu. Though I'm starting to already get very full on the wonderful bread that they brought in.
So Navigators, we're wrapping up with the classic a la mode. It looks amazing. Let's dig
All
it.
right, Navigators. Tonight we are at Paulson, again, one of the 4 main dining rooms here on Celebrity Apex. This is a globally inspired American cuisine, which just sounds like a bit of an oxymoron. Not quite sure what that means, but we're gonna go find out. So keep it right there as we head on in to Cosmopolitan. All right, so one of the funny things about the Cosmopolitan restaurant is there's no Cosmo. How do you feel about that?
It's a horror.
So what are you thinking about?
I don't know. I can see like nothing's catching my eye, but nothing's really catching my eye. I was thinking maybe the black cod, but I'm not a huge fan of like kind of everything else, like quinoa. I sort of feel like some mashed potatoes. Honestly, I may go with just the classic entree of a salmon dish. How about yourself?
So I'm not sure what I want to give either. That's the thing. I feel like the Cosmopolitan exclusives aren't really like jumping out at me. So I may try the salmon gravlax for an appetizer, just for all of you at home. But I'm still going to get the escargot as well. And then I'm going to try the oxtail royale. Let's see how that.
You're a brave individual.
I know, and I'm doing it all for you. On my next Apex journey, I'm just going to get whatever I want. But for this series, I'm going to get some stuff off the Cosmopolitan exclusives. So I have the salmon. I think it's like a smoked salmon there. Actually, it looks quite delightful. Very light and refreshing. I'm hoping it is. And Colin, what did you get?
I went with cream and broccoli soup, and I'll be honest, I'm not a huge soup person, but I felt like something like that tonight would be good. So this is my first soup at sea.
My name's Colleen.
My name is Colleen, and this is my first soup at sea.
So what do you think? What does broccoli soup taste like?
Like broccoli.
Is that a good thing?
like pureed minced broccoli. It's good. I actually do like broccoli.
So wait, are we actually doing a Navigate the Plate episode, or is this an AG1 advertisement?
It kind of looks like AG1. It's good though. It's good and it's warm. I was just feeling a little bit chilled today, so I think it's good. It's hitting the spot.
This is good. Very small. So if you're looking for a huge appetizer, this is not it. But it's very nice, like kind of smoked salmon. More like a lox, but it's a little bit thicker. And then like a little spicy kind of cheese sauce around it. And then they have some salmon roe, which is basically like caviar on top. So very nice. Overall, very refreshing. I would actually recommend it. But you might want to, like we did, get a couple appetizers because it is very, very small. Have the oxtail here. We're going to try that second. And then, Colleen, what did you end up going with?
I went with the broiled salmon with the hollandaise sauce, a little mash, and some side of vegetables. So exactly what I was feeling like for this evening. It's fantastic. I'll be quite honest, it's cooked perfectly. Sometimes salmon can be overcooked and dried out. And a little side of the hollandaise sauce, not necessarily poured all over your dish. So if you're not a fan of it, you can kind of dip in. Vegetables, potatoes, spot on.
Yeah, I would concur. The oxtail is very good, very rich, flavorful. It has this nice little puree over here. Very, very yummy. Very much enjoying this.
All right, so for dessert, the Cosmopolitan exclusive carrot cake, candy walnut crunch, carrot sauce, and brown butter caramel sauce.
I am going to go with the carrot cake
You're
tonight.
with the carrot cake. Okay,
Yes.
you go with the exclusive.
Yes, it's the Cosmopolitan exclusive.
All right, what do you think of that carrot cake there, Colleen?
I would say it's actually pretty stunning.
Very nice looking.
Is just a little bit of like decor on the top. It's beautiful.
Awesome. And I have the classic cheesecake, which I've had a lot of cheesecakes in my life, so I will have to tell you how this stacks up against those cheesecakes. All right.
This might be the best carrot cake I've ever eaten in my entire life.
It's funny because you don't eat many carrot cakes.
I don't, but my father was a fan of it. So growing up, there was always like a special occasion that brought in carrot cake and that nice like cream cheese frosting. Oh, so good. And that's what this resembles. Very good.
And the cheesecake it's fine. It's a little bit on the light, fluffy side. I like the kind of thicker, more kind of like tangy cheesecakes. But you know, if you have this, you won't be disappointed.
All right, navigators, thanks so much for tuning in to our first ever Navigate the Plate series. We hope you enjoyed on Celebrity Apex. Now is the big stack ranking of the 4 dining rooms on Celebrity Apex.
Fine dining.
Nate and I will each have our own 4, and let's see how we compare.
You had the same 4.
I don't know. Let's see.
Okay, so what's your least favorite?
Cypress.
Cypress. Same for me.
Next in line. Least favorite.
Well, third place.
Yes, third place.
Oh, third place. I'm gonna go with Tuscany.
Yes, Tuscan. I agree.
Yeah, sorry, Tuscan.
Tuscan restaurant. I agree.
All right, and then second place, I will put Paulson.
And I agree.
And then first place was Normandy. By far the best meal, the best main dining room experience.
Yeah.
But it was, it's a combination of everything. So first of all, outside of Cyprus, which we had a very weird experience.
Yeah.
The service was great everywhere.
Yes.
The food and everywhere except for Cyprus was great too. I mean, the food was okay in Cyprus. It's just weird again. But Normandy was the best. The best food, the best service, best ambiance.
Overall experience, I feel like we did not feel rushed.
Yeah.
And, I think it's worthy of #1 in my book.
Yeah, so if you're on any of the Celebrity Edge ships, we encourage you to try out all 4 restaurants.
Yeah.
Comment down below which is your favorite main dining room restaurant here on the Celebrity Apex or any of the other Edge ships. So other than that, I think that's it for us. So we'll see you later, navigators. And remember,
Navigate your world.